and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Housekeeping note, this meeting is being recorded. Excuse me, we're going to start with introductions. Tracy, do you want to start on your side and we'll go around this way?
Sure. I'm Tracy Gerber, the Elk County Planning Director. I'm Stephanie Bunchick. I'm with Keller Engineers for Brockway Municipal Authority.
I'm Dave Cunningham from Keller Engineers and the Brockway.
Becky Taylor, Elk County Planning Department.
Emily Anders, Office Administrator.
Matt Straub, Elk County Chief Clerk. Morning, Matt. Houston-Berry, Commissioner.
Fritz Lecker, Commissioner.
Rick Brown, Solicitor.
Marilyn Seco, the Courier Express and the Daily Press.
My name is Mike Straub. I'm Deputy Director of Veterans Affairs.
Hi, I'm Priscilla. I work in the Veterans Affairs Department.
Alvin Moore, IT Director. Connor Boers, IT Engineer.
Thank you. I should make a note that Commissioner Gebauer is excused today. I was thinking he was he's up there doing us by Zoom. There he is. Morning, Commissioner. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you have a copy of the agenda, Commissioner Gebauer?
I do.
Okay, great. So after review of the agenda, any changes or edits?
Make a motion, we accept the agenda as prepared.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Thank you. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you. We also have meeting minutes. Everyone had a chance to review the meeting minutes. Any changes, edits, or corrections on those? Hearing none, I'll call for a motion to accept those as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioners. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We have no presentations today. We do have a resolution today or a proclamation. This week of June 2nd to 6th, has been proclaimed as Child Welfare Professionals Appreciation Week by Governor Shapiro. So on this week, we take a moment to stop and acknowledge our professionals that work up in our Children and Youth Services Department. We do have a proclamation. I'll just read a few sentences. Whereas every day in Elk County, children are at risk of child abuse and neglect or have been removed from their homes due to such abuse and neglect. And whereas Pennsylvania recognizes the risks and the need to protect the children in the Commonwealth. Whereas the challenging task of investigating child abuse, providing service to families, assessing safety, and providing services to ensure that Elk County's children are provided with nurturance, family connections, support as they transition into adulthood, and services that allow a child to remain safely in their home or return home as expeditiously as possible falls to the child welfare professionals of the Elk County Child Welfare, Children and Youth Department. And whereas the work of child welfare professionals may require them to enter into situations in which their personal safety may be put at risk. Whereas child welfare professionals must develop substantial knowledge and skills surrounding the rights of families, the laws surrounding child welfare, how to develop culturally sensitive services, and the legal processes governing the system.
Morning.
Good morning. You're welcome to sit at the table. And whereas innumerable injuries and deaths of children in Elk County have been averted due to the efforts of the Elk County Children and Youth Services, therefore, in special recognition of the efforts of the Elk County Children and Youth Services serving the Elk County, we, the Commissioners of Elk County, do hereby issue this proclamation recognizing the staff of the Elk County Children and Youth Services Department for their dedicated efforts in protecting the children of Elk County. Look to a motion to support this proclamation?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. And so it's especially important that we take a moment and think about the services provided by our children and youth department. It's a very stressful job. It can be at times dangerous. They also get bombarded when they're at Walmart or the grocery store by perhaps clients or relatives of clients of theirs. So it's not an easy job. And I can attest firsthand that our staff upstairs takes their jobs very seriously. That's not a profession where you leave your job at work when you go home at night. You go home, take that with you. So it can be tough.
And the only other thing I would add in my experience too, is you're also having to keep yourself within some very strict state guidelines and laws. There's administrative decisions and budget decisions beyond the control of anyone here locally. So oftentimes it seems like there's questions about decisions, but it's because of having to follow the state laws so carefully and not getting into trouble. So it's not something that they have direct authority to influence. They have to follow the rules. And sometimes people don't understand that, and it makes that job exponentially more difficult.
Thank you. Commissioner Bauer, anything else?
No, I'm good. Just want to thank them for, for what they do. They do have a most difficult job, as we all know. So I just like to thank them for what they do.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So moving forward, we have two new guests. Yes, sir. What's your name?
Steve Mycha.
Okay, we have a room, we have a section at the comments from
What you're
taxpayers.
talking about. I think it's more the parents that should be counseled, not the kids, because if you get I got 6 kids on one family, and both of them are drug addicts.
Thank you,
Parents.
thank you. It's a tough deal.
But I think it's more should be a program for the kids to be protected from the parents. I see that 3 to 4 different families right now.
Yep.
The kids are just lost in a room.
Yeah, we all look around and we see some horror stories, so it's tough. And would this be Mrs. Mychuk?
Yes, it is.
Hi, welcome. Okay, no old business. Under new business number 1, we have a new contract with the United Mine Workers of America International Union, Local 8923, for the Elk County Residual Unit with an effective date of January 1, 2025. Okay, so we have this contract in front of us for approval. Our Chief Clerk, Pat Straub, do you have anything else?
No, just pleased to report that we reached a tentative agreement with one of our 3 unions for the contract. This is a contract that spans 4 years, so it begins January 1st of this past year, 2025, runs through 2028. So this unit includes the 911 dispatchers and various departments. It's sort of a fragmented unit in that it includes various departments throughout the county. We reach an agreement. So basically this step is to approve that agreement in principle, and then the agreements would be prepared for review by the union and the commissioners for signature.
Thank you. So we're pleased to hopefully put this one to bed. It's a 4-year contract, so it's a nice feeling to get this one done. Any other comments from my fellow commissioners?
I'm good. We just appreciate the willingness of the United Mine Workers and their members to reach a conclusion to this, so it doesn't continue to drag on. It doesn't do anyone any good, in my opinion, for it to go on and on and on and eventually have to go to arbitration. So when we have an agreement that we can reach that we believe is mutually beneficial, we certainly appreciate that.
Thank you. So I'd look for a motion that we approve this new contract.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. New business number 2, we have a request from our planning department, for a CDBG bid opening for the Horton Township Whetstone Waterline Project. And we have our CDBG coordinator, Becky Taylor, here today. Mr. Chief Clerk, let's proceed with that.
You want to give any intro to this or?
This has been a long time coming. It's a competitive, CDBG entitlement that we've discussed through a variety of past, meetings. So here we are, ready to open bids. It's for a water line replacement project in Horton Township. It's on Keystone Road and Coder Road and a portion of CNC Drive.
Okay, 3 bids, received. First is from Continental Construction of Ridgeway, PA.
And I'll interrupt for a second. So we have representatives from Keller here. Are you the engineers for the project?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, we represent the authority.
Okay, thank you.
What do you suppose that's?
I don't know.
Guess while he's looking, just to be clear, this is Rockaway Borough Municipal Authority, Jefferson County, that actually surprised water
Correct.
through a mutual agreement, I guess we'd call it, with Horton Township. So
Yes,
that's why we've got them.
yes, the municipal authority extends into Elk County,
Yeah.
correct.
That's the only total I'm seeing.
Okay, so we have a total construction cost of $1,083,238 even. $1,083,238 even. That's good. Next bid is from CNR Directional Boring LLC out of Purcell.
Could you repeat that, please?
CNR, excuse me, C as in Charlie and R as in Ralph, Directional Boring LLC.
Clearfield.
Purcell, PA, yep.
There's the winner it is. And the answer.
There we go. Total construction cost, $1,420,350. $1,420,350. Last bid is from Mealy Excavating and Construction, Inc. out of Tionesta, PA. Mealy with an M, MEALY.
Actually, it should be Molly really.
Okay, total construction cost of $996,765. $996,765. That's Mealy Excavating and Construction, Inc. That's all the bids.
So we have 3 bids. We have the engineers for the authority here. Would you like to take a few moments and review the bids?
We would like to, yes.
Great, thank you. Okay, then moving along. We have a ratification of a new memo of understanding with Jones Township Municipal Authority for a temporary advance to Jones Township for emergency funding for sewage pumps in the amount of $49,989.51. So this, we were contacted by the municipal authority and they had some sewage pumps default unexpectedly, so they needed to make some emergency repairs. They didn't have the funds to do those, to get them up and replace them, get them up and running for the residents. So they asked us if we could help with some temporary funds. So we said yes. We drew up an agreement. there may be some insurance, proceeds, from their problem that happened. If so, we will get the money back, but we just we had our solicitor draw up an agreement, just letting, setting those terms forth. Anything else to add, commissioners?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, the only thing I would add is it's coming from our Act 13.
Yeah.
So we have the ability to draw monies out of there for those specifically eligible activities. And the other thing is that it really has to be one of those emergency situations. This can't be deferred maintenance. This can't be something that you knew was coming and didn't address, and now you've got a problem and you have to come to the county for some assistance. We have to be very, very careful about something like this because we have a grant funding program, and usually we try to ask for any eligible applicant to come in during that period. But if there's flooding, if there's a failed heating system, if we've got pumps that are bringing sewage down from Wilcox to Johnsonburg that aren't working, clearly you're in an emergency situation. So I guess the point we'd like to convey is that while we have available funds, it's on a very, very limited basis based on an actual emergency.
Thank you. So I would look for a motion to ratify this memo of understanding with Jones Township Municipal Authority. Actually, I'll make that motion that we ratify this.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. New business number 4, we have a request from our IT department for a renewal contract with Zito at a rate of $2,800, $2,828.20 per month, effective immediately upon signing for a 36-month term. This actually is at a decrease about $150 a month, so we're happy about that. So we have our IT director here, Calvin Moore, today. Calvin, anything to add to that?
No, pretty much it's just a renewal. Zito is who we use for our phone system here throughout all the buildings. We were able to save some money just due to the fact that we don't use as many lines as we used to, so I was able to bring those down. And then again, 36-month term, the service is good, so we decided to stick with them.
Thank you.
And this includes service to the 2 district magistrate offices.
Correct, yeah.
Yes, so thank you. So it's for our central telephone service. So I'd look for a motion to accept that renewal contract with Zito. For a
So
term of
moved.
36 months. A motion
Second.
and a second. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Thank you. New business number 5, we have a request for termination of our agreement with Aiden Bobick to act as County of Elk's America 250 PA coordinator. This termination was Bobick's request. He sent an email on May 14th. So we had a total of $5,000 allotted for the coordinator position and or projects. Aiden did do some work for us. We were happy with his service. We're disappointed that he resigned, but we have some good plans for the remaining funds of about $4,400. So we'll have an exciting announcement on July 10th for the use of those funds. But for now, we need to approve his request for termination. So I'd make a motion that we approve his request for termination of this agreement.
Second.
And second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. So new business number 6, and Priscilla, this is where this office comes in. We have a request by our Veterans Affairs Department for approval of benefits for 5 veteran burials, 1 spouse burial, and 5 veteran headstones. So we have Mike Straub here from our Veterans Affairs Department. These requests come in almost monthly or almost every meeting. So our Veterans Affairs Department does a tremendous job servicing our veterans, and these burial allotments are one part of that. But it's always busy because we always have a handful every single month or almost every meeting. So thank you. So I'd look for a motion to approve the request by Veterans Affairs.
So moved.
A motion a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Excuse me. New business number 7. We had a previous request by the Elk County Ecumenical Group. It was a lawn use application for June 6th, 2025 for an ice cream social. This was approved at our March 6th meeting, but due to weather concerns, they are requesting an open-ended use between June 6th and 12th for one day between that period, weather permitting. Great term, open-ended use. So, Rick, do we need to reapprove this, or we approve the original request? Okay, so I'll make a motion that we approve this, give them an open-ended use. They use the courthouse lawn almost every year for their ice cream social, so they're a good partner. No concerns with that.
Do we get any ice cream for approving their request?
If you go down,
So I will second it.
you got to make that with a clause.
For the record, he's joking.
We have a motion and a second.
Second.
Oh, thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carries. New business number 8, an application for an allocation of county liquid fuel tax funds in the amount of $7,000 each. Again, we approve these requests. The county receives the liquid fuel tax funds from the state, and we act as a pass-through. The funds that we receive every year is distributed equally between our municipalities. In order to receive their funds, they have to complete an application for the specific use of the funds. PennDOT has to approve it, and then it comes to us for final approval and payment. So we have a request by Ridgeway Borough for their 2025 paving project, and a request by St. Mary's City for 237.86 tons of 1B limestone. So I'll look for a motion to approve these requests for allocation.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you. Next, we have some correspondence. We have 2 items under there. That correspondence is on file in our commissioner's office. If anybody would like to review that, they're welcome to stop in. Under good of the county. So we do have a couple students here today. So we have Priscilla and Connor. Priscilla is our summer fee student working in the Veterans Affairs Department. So welcome, Priscilla. So what can you tell us? Or
right now I'm going through the filing cabinets, kind of just checking out, seeing who's still with us and who isn't, kind of cleaning it up for them. That's really all we've been doing. And I've been helping Mike with burials and headstones.
so you're becoming familiar with those. Right, great. So thank you. How's she doing, Mike?
Very good. It's a breath of fresh air down there.
I bet.
That's allowing Jerry and I to breathe a little easier because she's taking up some of the slack that was in our back of our minds that we don't have to worry about now.
That's
And
great.
she's doing a bang up job.
Good.
She's a quick learner.
From Ridgeway or St. Mary's, I forget.
I'm from Ridgeway, but we moved to St. Mary's last year,
Maybe that's why I forget. And you're a student at,
Teal College,
and you're studying.
marketing and advertising.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Wow. Have a fun summer.
Thank you.
And then next in our IT department, Connor, I haven't met you yet, so nice to meet you.
Pretty soon too. My
Yeah.
name's Connor. I go to Penn State right now. I'm studying cybersecurity. Should be done in December. And then I've just been helping Calvin so far, going around meeting everybody, getting the lay of the land, and just helping out with issues when they're out. So it's been fun so far. I'm looking forward to being here for the summer. So
Thank you. And where are you from?
St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, okay, great. Good, so welcome,
And spoiler alert, we have two other
thank you.
FIA students that will be meeting 2 weeks from now at our next June 19th meeting.
So we got 4
More to follow.
back on track. We'll be done in a minute to give a report out.
And, okay, let me real quick too, I think.
Certainly,
The funding in part comes from Stackpole, right? 80% of that, so we do want to extend appreciation for Stackpole.
90%.
50 from FINA, 40 from Stackpole and from us.
In any event, we appreciate the help that we get from Stackpole to help make these opportunities possible. Also, a good bit of work in our commissioner's office, particularly to Carrie Williamson, who does a lot of the background to kind of, get to a point where we have candidates that we can bring in and have help us this summer. So there's some other things going on behind the scenes that we certainly appreciate to make all this possible.
So those are our first 2 FIA students. We'll have 2 more introduce themselves at our next meeting. So thanks for attending. Okay, under good of the county, we welcome and encourage the public to attend our meetings. The America 250 PA update. So if anybody came in the front door, you'll see our Liberty Bell is out in the foyer. So we're real thrilled with that. The bell has completed its round of the schools. We had our homeschoolers in here last week to splatter the bell, make their mark on the bell. We just have 4 libraries to take it to now. So that'll be happening in June and July. So we took the bell in the Memorial Day parade in St. Mary's, and it was a great hit. We were just surprised how many kids said, "There's the bell. I helped paint the bell." So it was gratifying. So we'll be taking it in the Ridgeway Firemen's Parade again, or also this summer. Under A250, we had a Liberty Tree dedication on May 24th at the Elk Visitors Center. That was a real nice event. The rain held off, so we were happy about that. We hope the tree grows nicely. One other item that I'm aware of, there is an American 250 PA Keep Pennsylvania Beautiful event in Benezet Township on July 19th. I've asked the A250 PA folks for contact person or details. I haven't gotten those yet, but hopefully we have time since it's July 19th to get some more details. I believe that they're gonna ask for volunteers, folks to go down and help out. I'm not sure what they're doing. So we'll have more on that as we go. So I see we have Becky Taylor back. Becky?
So we reviewed the bids. We would like to award the bid to Mealy Excavating and Construction Incorporated in the amount of $996,765.
Great, so that's a recommendation from the Keller engineers in your department.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions, discussion on that, Commissioner?
No, I would make that motion.
Make that
I'll-
motion to approve.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve the bid by Mealy Excavating out of Tionesta for the Horton Township Whetstone Waterline Project in the amount of $996,765. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you. Please continue to pray for our military personnel, our families and our children, their teachers, all elected officials, and peace in the world. Questions from the press?
Just a request, because of Child Welfare Professional Appreciation Week, I wondered if we could get some of those people to come down for a picture.
How about if we walk up after the meeting?
We can do that.
And we'll ask them. I know they're kind of scrambling, so rather than ask them to come down, I'd be glad to walk up with you. That would be nice, Marilyn. Thank you. Okay, comments from taxpayers, Mr. Mychak.
Yes,
We have a limit of 5 minutes,
well,
please.
I won't take that long, and let's get on to the next meeting.
Great.
I have a lot of information I'd like the commissioners to review. You know what I mean?
Okay,
What this is the timber rights and the coal rights, and 45 years of researching. I've been trying, there's another thing I wanna bring to the attention of the public. The public officials should return phone calls, they shouldn't use your answering services. Just to see who was called or whatever, but it happened in the same areas and it happened down here. They do not return the phone call.
Thank you.
And these, and what this is, 5 years ago with the Bavarian Hills Golf Course, I did a survey. I had one done, so I know they won't get one done. The fact is, I know they can't.
So you're an adjoining landowner?
This includes Oladell County. Full rights and timber rights. And this over. Here's one I'm defending. Right here. I'll leave this with one use.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna be able to do anything at this moment.
No, I don't expect, here's what I want you to pay attention. The right to mine and mining. All these, I went to DEP and all these permits are like Bell Slope, Mark Nero. They're not saying ownership, they're just taking the stone out. Well, it's a mineral, it says right in there, they can't do that.
And what are you asking from the
What would you
county?
expect?
Because of the minerals and timber being in this county, I expect you to read the deeds.
And do what?
Well, the people are cutting all this timber don't have a right to be doing it. I got arrested for it. Now I can prove I owned the land it was cut off of.
Sounds like a legal matter that would be.
Yeah, I ain't going there.
But not for the county.
Outside of the jurisdiction of the commission.
Just because the oil, gas, mineral rights are within the county, there's private citizens that supposedly own those. You're talking about a private action here.
What I'm saying to you is, Mr. Wagner through the years has been saying you don't own outside your property lines. Well, then how's Seneca?
But again, that may not be something that is within the authority under the commissioners. That Tom Wagner was our solicitor, but he was also a private attorney. It's entirely possible whatever.
Well, that was my
discussed
problem.
with
That's
might
the
have
problem,
been-
just to this point. Let me finish. The DA, Mr. Kraus, for 16 years, I handed him this information. His answer, I can't look at it because I represent somebody. Now, that ain't fair to the people.
But the commissioners are not a policing agency.
I'm not asking to, but you're in charge of the courthouse, aren't you?
But what is,
That's where all they come from.
But what would you expect from us?
Just to read them over and realize what's going on.
Okay, we'll read
That's,
them.
I don't want you to make any decision. I would expect a phone call back.
You saying that you had called?
Oh, several times.
Okay, I
To the
am not aware.
commissioners
To be sure.
with no answer. Tom saying, don't call people back or whoever. One of the attorneys are telling people that.
but the commissioners are not gonna give you an opinion as to other people's legal rights.
This
You
is
do realize.
timber rights right there.
I,
If you read,
I understand, but I will not allow the commissioners to give a legal opinion to you.
I'm not expecting them to.
Okay, but you say you wanna call back,
If they have a question,
if they have, okay, that's fair.
where I mean there.
That's fair. We'll take that and we'll take a look at it, but if we have a question, we'll call
You
you.
know, I have a real problem with a lot of conflicts going on. I can prove it. And I'm gonna leave you go at that.
It's, we don't know, but.
But that says on my deed that I own the mineral rights and the right to mine. You need that to take the stone up.
Who's
Your
that
deed-
guy in the front there?
Keller, he was gonna set up the mine.
Oh, okay,
It was the mine started on my property.
okay.
And if you go to the bar casino, I'm gonna say, cause everybody knows that. Their deed calls it the wood, all the wood is held out. And it was just recently, there was some harvest. Are you the attorney for him?
For who?
County solicitor.
I'm the county solicitor.
Yeah, how about Keller? Lester,
I don't know who that is.
I thought they said that your office represented him. I'm not sure.
If the former solicitor did, I don't know. If Tom Wagner did, I don't.
I think
know.
I got a letter from you,
From
from
me?
Kellis.
I
From
don't,
Mr.
I don't.
Are you Mr. Brown?
I am, but I don't think I sent you a letter on it.
I don't know if I have it with me,
It doesn't matter though.
but anyway, you can't threaten me off a piece of property but I have a right to be on in your letters, you all, not just you, a lot of the
Sir,
attorneys are doing.
I didn't threaten you at all.
You told me
I
you're
don't
gonna
even
have
know
me
why you're-
arrested.
I did
But
not.
again, these are
I don't
matters
think
outside of the county.
How many times did I leave the answer
Mr.
on your
Bonchak, we
answer
are-
to call me in the
Steve,
last 2
Steve,
months?
Your time is up, Steve. Thank
Thank
you. Are you sure you want this represents a lot of, are you sure you want to leave this?
Sure,
Okay.
I would make you all copies. Thanks.
That's a lot of paper. Okay, thank you. Okay, any other comments from taxpayers?
Another comment.
Oh, sorry.
Yvonne Menchuk, on the ratification of the new MOU with Jones Township, which is very advanced. You mentioned that there was a possible insurance money. Now, if that doesn't come through, are there terms in there for them to still pay the money back?
This is not an ironclad loan with payment expected. We received the Act 13 funds and they're eligible for certain things. So when one of our municipalities has an emergency that fits under these funds, we try to help them out. In an effort, we don't know if these funds are gonna last forever or not. So in an effort to work with our municipalities, a lot of times they say that, you know, we filed an insurance claim. And so we make it a condition of advancing them the funds. If you do receive funds back from the insurance company, we would like repaid. That may or may not happen.
Okay, so if it doesn't happen, then it just comes out of the fund.
Right.
Thank you.
But again, we don't wanna have a situation where we're out, they're made whole, and then what are we gonna do? So and I'm glad you brought this up, it is a good question. The other thing that I failed to mention is that, what was I gonna say? I don't often lose my train of thought, but, oh, thank you, sorry. Short circuited there for a second. The other thing that's important with this is it puts it in language, so we may not be here.
Right.
The chief clerk may not be, the folks in wherever they're at, they may not be here. So if it's months or years until an insurance claim gets settled, and we come back to say, hey, oh, by the way, remember back in 2020, and they're like, I've got no idea what you're talking about. So part of it is, yeah, to sort of identify what would be the terms and conditions, but it's also just sort of there as a method of putting it down so that it's
Solidify the agreement.
and so so nobody's wondering what the heck did we do, because all too often, years in the future, we're looking back and we have no idea to remember what was happening. So it sort of helps to kind of codify it, you know, in a way that nobody will forget what went on.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
I need more coffee.
You need some coffee, yeah. Okay, any other comments from taxpayers? You had your time.
Done.
Thank you.
Sorry, Steve.
Look for a motion to
Let's
adjourn the
eat.
meeting.
That'd be easy.
So move.
So move.
See, I come here with
Meeting adjourned.
pensions, the fees, the costs,